Okay, we're gonna make sure the glasses are straight. Make sure the hat is straight. We're not going live yet. I wonder is this mic going? Anyway. What's this? Where are we talking about? Music Talks episode, I think 16, 17. I get it straight in the title. But why do we do this? Why do we sit here at this piano and we go through drills? I was doing something today and I said, let me pull up one of these pieces that I happen to mindlessly play. That is why we do it. That is why we do it. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's music. That is music. And sometimes we actually get different results. Sometimes we drinking my C4. C4 needs to sponsor me. They're gonna be like, you do nothing, but you know what one of my friends said, you should do a workout channel. Or you should do a pool channel. You should do a business channel. I was like, man, I'll do that stuff all day. Don't talk to me about all this stuff. Talk to me about music. But we do this thing called music because we are crazy. I mean, how many other people do you guys see up at 3-ish in the morning drinking C4, practicing music? And let's look at some statistics, and this isn't anything I made up. I just got tired of running back and forth to the screen. Musicians, especially professional, often dedicate significant time to practice, with some practicing 3 to 8 hours daily or even more depending on their goals. Think about that. 3 to 4 hours a day. 3 to 8 hours a day. You got beginners, 15 to 30 minutes a day, 4 to 5 days a week. So if you're not even doing 15 to 30 minutes a day, by this definition, you're not classified as a beginner. Middle school, 30 to 60 minutes a day, at least 5 days a week. You know, by high school, 45 minutes a day, at least 5 days a week, but up to 90 minutes at a time. By the time you get to college, 2 to 3 hours a day, 5 to 7 days a week. That is how often you should be at your instrument. Professional musicians practice anywhere from 3 to 8 hours a day. 3 to 8 hours a day or even more depending on their level and goals. Examples of professional musicians is Nicola Bendetti. She's a violinist. She practices for 3 to 7 hours a day. Ishak Perlman, a violinist, practices 4 to 5 hours a day. And when you're practicing on a violin, you got a violin in the back. You know what hurts? Carpal tunnel. That. You got a cellist, practice for up to 8 hours a day. Sarah Chang. Factors affecting practice time. Factors affecting practice time is the level of expertise, The more advanced a musician is, the more they may need to practice. Goals. Musicians who are aiming for a high level of performance or a career in music may need to practice more. Schedule. Musicians may practice more or less depending on their schedule, such as during concert tours or even working on new repertoire. And we're going to get to this thing called repertoire. Tips for practicing. When I was going through some pieces, you stay away from my C4. I see you on the creep. I got my mini schnauzer here, Molly. And the other one is in her room sleeping, but she's on the move. We're going to talk about this thing called repertoire. What is in your repertoire? I was going through some stuff today, just pouring over sheets. You know, that minuet in G minor. Let's start off with the and if you can't get your timing right, or if you're having an issue, turn on the metronome. And so. And I might just practice that. So we take it up to the proper level on the board. Let's see. Yeah. Let's go. Except get lost. See, and you see how I targeted that? And here's the weird thing about practicing. Sometimes when we play a piece mindlessly, sorry, this anyway, you see some of the things I'm running into? I'm running into brain fog right now. Now, see, that's a classic example of being on autopilot versus intentional practice. You guys see how that happened there? You guys literally saw me go through the... You guys saw me struggle with that piece trying to practice it. But when it came to, okay, now we're going to put this on autopilot, So and that's what practice is all about. It's taking literally it is going into a piece that you play, because there's so many pieces that I can literally play off the rip. Play off the rip. You know, there's so many pieces that I could play off rip. And I don't have the written sheet music for this. But when you do practice intentionally, when I do practice intentionally, I may take a piece like this minuet in G minor and be like, let me go to bar 25 and see what I got. And here's the thing, I'm looking for mistakes. And I'm gonna go up to my so I'm not even looking to play on autopilot. I'm looking for where your weakness is at. Okay, one of your weaknesses is reading, so get off your autopilot and go into your visual. And this is what you call intentional practice using repertoire. Now we're gonna go down to D. So and then we're gonna go down to your G chord. That's the definition of insanity. You've got to be insane to take a piece that you can. You got to literally be insane sometimes, or mad, to go through a piece that you played a dozen times before to look for problems. And that's the definition, musicians, that's the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over again. Expecting different results, but you get the same results. Are we crazy? A lot of times also why we do it is because we actually, I'm not going to say that the older we get, we forget. But there are things that happen inside of our daily lives, such as being tired, that we will actually forget a piece. Mid-piece, I was playing this piece earlier, and I was like, I froze up. I'm like, what the heck was I doing? It's like 51st dates. So as a helpful tip, go through your repertoire. I don't care if you've played it. People in your house are gonna get tired of hearing it. You know, that's what you got headphones for, and that's why I do this early in the morning. You guys are gonna get tired of hearing me, man. I've been through that Rainbow Connection. I need to go with the. See, I'm freezing up. If I wasn't on a mic, I'll barrel through it. But it's like we go through pieces looking for flaws, looking for the mistakes in pieces. And you guys will hear me go through Michael Jackson again. See, there's a flaw. We'll be going through parts of our repertoire. You know, go through our repertoire just looking for flaws. This is probably one of the reasons why it takes, when they say at a professional level, these guys 3 hours. I mean, I'm looking at here's a piano player 2 to 8 hours. I mean, they have minimums. They have minimums that they practice for. Keep in mind, you still got to do the. You still got to go through your scales, you know, and they do all of these things within those hours. They actually sit down and they have a target. They have targets that they need to hit. They have targets that they need to hit. And I know it sounds crazy and I know it sounds insane. Rest and recovery. It's important to balance practice with rest to avoid fatigue and potential injury. You know, fingers cramping up, carpal tunnel. But we're insane here. We're insane, and this isn't even the tip of the iceberg. This is like, I mean, here, just take a look at all this. See all that paperwork sitting right there? You know, I got paperwork right here, paperwork on the floor. Guys, that's all music. That is all music. And that's not even, that's the paperwork that I've written some of it out. I've written my own pieces out, my own chord progressions, my own notes. This is insanity right here. But these things must happen, and I don't even want to be I don't even want to play to perform. Like you guys don't see me performing. You guys don't see me perform because I told people, I said I'm not here to perform. I'm not here to perform. I am here to teach. I am here to teach. And on another note, on another level, I said when I never really saw my classical teacher perform. I never really saw her perform until she had to perform for a personal event. I like the song. Don't get me playing. But I never saw her perform unless she, you know, because she was with classical. She's Cynthia Harris Classical Entertainment. I need to reach out to her, find out how she's doing. But I never saw her perform unless she performed at one of her professional events that she was getting paid for. But when she sat down with me, her job with me was she was just training me. Okay, what piece do you want to learn? She'll go through the piece. Okay, like Georgia. You know, she would go through pieces with me. Okay, play that piece again. Play, but I never really saw her go ham unless. And she used to get paid lots of money to go through these events. She played for Cirque. I can never pronounce it. Cirque de la Soul, Circles of whatever they call it over here in Vegas. But I never really saw her perform. I've seen her practice with a group where they're taking bar by bar, you know, just like we're doing right now. But it's like when we train, you know, we sit down at a piano and we're training on new repertoire, old repertoire. We're going back because we forget. We forget. There's like, man, if we don't play a piece enough, I think I did a piece of. Let me see if I can remember it. Yeah, it's like if we don't practice it, I like it. I love playing it like that too. Yeah, that was Lately by Stevie Wonder. That was my intro to Lately by Stevie Wonder. But if I don't practice that every now and then, I forget it. I forget. Go through the YouTube channels. Go through this YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Go through the YouTube channels, and you guys are gonna be like, wow, he's doing all this other stuff. If I don't practice it, I forget it. And then I have to sit there and I have to be like, how did I do that again? Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, so you guys are seeing right there. If it's not in my repertoire, if I don't play it for some time, I forget it. I forget. I'm like, wow. Now there's certain song. Yeah, you guys can see Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis play this, and he was like, "How did I? Okay, what did I do when I did that?" It's a part of being a musician, and no, I don't consider myself a musician. I don't consider a musician. Even if you look through this song bank, here's a couple examples. Let me go to voice style. Let me go through some things real quick here. Some things that I've created, song audio, in the past. Aloha. I can't even get to it. Can't even get to the songs I made. Okay, let me see. This is stuff I've made in the past. Where was my head at? And I'm quite sure if I sit down and remember it, okay, I remember it now. Let me listen to it again. And mind you, I made this. Yeah, you see? You see how that goes? Let me check out another one I made. Hold on. And I literally have to be like, where was my headspace while I was creating this? Okay, yeah, I remember that one. I I love it. I love it. Let's see what song 5 was. Such beautiful music I used to make. But yeah, we gotta go through our repertoire. We gotta go through it. And then aside from going through our repertoire, we still have got to keep building our vocabulary, going through squeezing new stuff in. If I could take, if I could get, I just saw my stapler. If I could take image shots of the brain and what happens while we're sitting here practicing music, it would be pretty I would be pretty interesting to know what happens inside the brain. And not only do we have to do that, then I've got to come here and do this. You know, that's another reason why. You know, and you have people on TikTok, and they're playing and talking, hey, blah blah blah, at the same time, which is cool. You know, hey, how you doing? And I think that's very talented. Will I ever get to that level? I don't know. But my job is to sit there and perform in front of you. That's not my job. My job is to teach you. It's like I'll teach you how to get your own enjoyment. Then we gotta. You know, we gotta sit there and practice. And not only do we have to practice original pieces, if you are a different type of musician, you're actually trying to figure out I want to go with the. So let me see, because I could do it here, and I'm trying to put this in a different key to fit this arabesque. I finally said the song properly. Hooray for me. Might have to write it down. So Soul Food did this intro. I am not the originator of this intro, and you guys will get that a lot from me. If I created something, I'll tell you. I say, hey, I made this piece. I'm the one that did this. And you guys can almost tell. You can almost tell when I've created my own piece of work, because I'll play it like I meant it to be played. Like I can't. I didn't create that. I didn't create that. But you can tell the pieces of work that I've created because I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm going with it. In my mind, I'm putting the pieces together. I'm transforming unite in my brain. But if it's something I didn't create, I've got to sit down and I think I go with the take it lower. So I'm trying to put, not only do I have to practice, C4's got my head itching now. Not only do we have to practice our classical pieces of work, but we also got to maintain our own creativity. That wasn't me. That was a LSG song called All the Times. But it sounds like the DeVard song I played. Let's see. You know, go see Sakji. Sakji, type in Sakji playing piano. Man, I love the way he played. I love his love for music. He did a lot of performing for Tupac, and I know I'm digressing, but this is everything. If I could sit here and talk to you and attempt to play, going through repertoire, trying to do my new pieces of music, trying to remember my old ones, trying to pick up. This has only been 33 minutes and counting. So you can see where the time, the time goes in at. And then we got to work on our weaknesses. So yeah, this is insanity. Being a musician is the definition of insanity. We're gonna get back to talking about. I know I put a post talking about what was his name, Johann Friedrich Bergmuller, and I think I may go through his practice. Keep it in mind. And we're going to go to E. You know, we knew I wasn't seeing stuff. I'm sorry. Got a gnat flying around. Maybe it's because we like plants here. And then we're gonna go to the A. We're gonna go to the A because we know that we've No, we're not gonna actually go today. Every good boy deserves food. We're gonna go to the. Yeah, actually, hey, we got to keep in mind, and this is always going into practice. I've noticed that we went through it one phrase, two times. We went through this. That's one, and now we're gonna go up to the A, and we're gonna take this up to the C sharp. I'm sorry. Had a brain freeze. Okay, that's where I'm gonna end his at. Even though I will pick this up, but I'm trying to work in some original work with some let me see, with some written work, with some copyrighted material. That's why I'm looking over this way, because that's where I wrote it at. And we're gonna go with the and we're gonna play this softly because I have it written like that. Change that intro. Now play the I Dream using the Soul Food intro. Anyway, but that's what all goes into this insane thing called music. Whew. This is going on 37 minutes. I better get out of here, do my gym routine before I don't do that, because that takes repertoire too. But this is the definition of insanity. You guys saw everything, and this isn't this is just me talking to you. You know, you ask my wife here, and she'll tell you this boy, he's there working on a lot of stuff. He loves that thing. He loved that thing, that piano. Love her too, by the way. if she's seeing this. But that's what we go through. And then we got to keep it. Yeah, sometimes can it get mentally draining? Yeah, you got to take a rest at it. And here's the thing. That's the reason why this is the definitions of insanity. Why are you guys doing stuff that makes you mentally tired? Nobody else is doing it that I know of in this complex. But don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the share button, and hit the notification button. One day I'll go live. I gotta finish my music bio, finish this application for this music teaching job. And that's another thing. That's another thing why our skills have got to stay sharp, because we got to teach others. We got to teach others, and we got to keep bringing you this material. I want to see if I could shout out a name. Corey, the skilled musician. Check him out. And for teaching purposes, there's guys on There's guys on the channel that teach you how to play a song. And then there's other guys like me that just like to teach you the music, teach you how to build that foundation. You know, we found our space and we all respect each other. Corey, the skilled musician, has his own separate platform. And yeah, I may revisit it. But here's the thing. That takes a block of time on Wednesday nights. And I ever said if I had to go to Atlanta, man, I sit under his tutelage. He's that good. There were also guys like Canel Gaskins. I'm gonna shout this name out because very influential. He passed away. Sean Martin. We don't want to forget these guys. We don't want to forget these guys. But until we play again, peace.